Hello, everyone. Welcome to Speakify the English podcast. I'm Emily.
And I'm Ross. We're so happy you're here with us today.
You know, Ross, before we dive in, I want to say something to everyone listening right now. This video is for you. Yes, you, whether you're at home, on a bus, or taking a quick break at work.
Exactly. And if you're someone who wants to get more comfortable with English, to understand it better, to speak it naturally, this is your space. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy the journey with us.
No pressure, no stress, just easy, simple English that you can use every single day.
That's right. And today we're talking about something we all do, our daily routines.
From the moment we wake up to the moment we go to bed, we follow certain habits. And guess what? Learning how to talk about these habits in English is one of the best ways to practice.
Absolutely, because it's real. It's something you already know. You don't need to learn new facts or ideas. You just need the English words to describe your own life.
So before we start, let me ask you, what time did you wake up today?
Ooh, good question. I woke up around 7 a.m. this morning. How about you, Emily?
I woke up at 6:30. I like to start my day early.
And that's our first phrase for today. I wake up. Let's say it together. Repeat after me. I wake up.
Perfect. Now, waking up means you open your eyes. You stop sleeping. But you're still in bed, right?
Exactly. So the next step is, I get out of bed. This means you leave the bed. You sit up, you stand, you start moving.
Let's practice. Repeat. I get out of bed.
Great job. So after you get out of bed, what do you do next?
Well, I usually go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth and wash my face.
Me too. And these are super common phrases. I brush my teeth and I wash my face.
Let's say them together. Repeat. I brush my teeth.
And now I wash my face.
Wonderful. After that, I usually make breakfast. I love having coffee and toast in the morning.
Ah, coffee. I can't start my day without it. So we say I make breakfast or I have breakfast.
Let's practice. Repeat. I make breakfast.
And I have breakfast.
You're doing amazing. Now, let me tell you a little story about my morning, and I want you to just listen. Don't worry if you don't understand everything. Just relax and follow along. Every morning, I wake up at 6:30. I lie in bed for a few minutes and stretch my arms. Then I slowly get out of bed and go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth for 2 minutes and wash my face with cold water. It helps me feel fresh. After that, I go to the kitchen. I make a cup of coffee and 2 pieces of toast with butter. I sit by the window and enjoy my breakfast. It's my favorite part of the day.
That's such a lovely routine, Emily. And did you hear all those phrases? Wake up, get out of bed, brush my teeth, wash my face, make breakfast. These are the building blocks of your morning.
Exactly. And the best part? You can use them to talk about your own morning.
So let's review quickly. Repeat after me. I wake up. I get out of bed. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I make breakfast.
Perfect. You're building your English confidence, one phrase at a time.
And remember, even if you only practice for 5 minutes a day, that's progress. Small steps lead to big results.
So true. All right, we've covered the morning. Now let's move on to the afternoon and see what phrases we use during the busiest part of the day.
All right, you've mastered your morning. Now let's talk about the busiest part of the day, the afternoon.
That's right. The afternoon can be busy, but it's also a great time to practice your English, even if it's just for a few minutes.
So let's start with a simple question. What do you usually do after lunch?
Well, I usually go back to work. I sit at my desk and check my emails.
And that's a perfect phrase. I go back to work. This means you return to your job or your tasks.
Let's say it together. Repeat. I go back to work.
Great. Now, when you're at work or studying, you might say, I check my emails.
Repeat. I check my emails.
Excellent. Now let me ask you, Emily, do you take breaks during the afternoon?
Oh, definitely. I take a short break around 3 p.m. I make a cup of tea or just stretch a little and
That's so important. I take a break is a very useful phrase. It means you stop working for a few minutes to rest. Fun fact, in the UK, people say have a break, but in the US, you'll usually hear take a break.
let's practice. Repeat. I take a break.
Perfect. And during your break, you might also say, I drink some water or I eat a snack.
Let's say them. Repeat. I drink some water.
And I eat a snack.
You're doing so well. Now here's something I love to do in the afternoon when I have free time. I listen to English podcasts or watch short videos.
Oh, that's a great idea. So you might say, I listen to a podcast or I watch a video.
Exactly. These are simple ways to practice English while you're doing something you enjoy.
Let's practice these. Repeat. I listen to a podcast.
And I watch a video.
Wonderful. Now let me share my afternoon routine with you. Just listen and relax. After lunch, I usually go back to my desk and start working. I check my emails and reply to the important ones. Around 2 p.m., I have a meeting with my team. We talk about our projects and plan our tasks. After the meeting, I take a short break. I walk to the kitchen, make a cup of tea, and drink it slowly. Sometimes I step outside for fresh air. If I have free time, I listen to an English podcast or read a short article. Before the afternoon ends, I write down what I did today. It helps me stay organized.
That's such a productive afternoon, Ross. And did everyone hear those phrases? Go back to work, check my emails, have a meeting, take a break, listen to a podcast. These are all things you can say about your own day.
Exactly. And the more you practice these phrases, the more natural they'll feel.
Let's review the afternoon phrases. Repeat after me. I go back to work. I check my emails. I take a break. I drink some water. I listen to a podcast. Amazing. You're building your vocabulary step by step. You're doing so well.
And remember, you don't need to use all these phrases every day. Just pick the ones that match your own routine.
That's right. The goal is not to memorize everything. The goal is to practice a little bit every day and feel more confident speaking English.
Exactly. Even one or two phrases a day will make a big difference over time.
So, before we move to the evening, let me ask you, what do you do in the afternoon? Think about it. Try to say one or two sentences in English, even if it's just in your mind.
Yes, that's a great exercise. You could say, in the afternoon I work, or in the afternoon I study, or in the afternoon I stay at home.
Perfect. All right, now we've covered the morning and the afternoon. Let's move on to the evening, when we relax, unwind, and prepare for bed.
The evening is so important because it's when we wind down and take care of ourselves.
Exactly. So, let's start with a simple question. What do you do when you come home in the evening?
Well, I usually take off my shoes and sit down for a few minutes to rest.
Me too. So we can say, I come home and I take off my shoes.
Let's practice. Repeat, I come home.
And I take off my shoes.
Great. After that, I usually make dinner or sometimes order food if I'm too tired.
That's very relatable. So we say, I make dinner or I cook food.
Let's say them together. Repeat, I make dinner.
And I order food. Fun fact, in the UK, people often say have dinner, while in the US, it's more common to say eat dinner. Both are correct.
Perfect. Now, after dinner, what do you do, Emily?
I usually wash the dishes, then I relax on the sofa. Sometimes I watch TV or read a book or scroll on my phone.
Those are all great phrases. I wash the dishes, I relax on the sofa, I watch TV, and I read a book, and I scroll on my phone.
Let's practice these. Repeat. I wash the dishes.
I relax on the sofa.
I watch TV.
I read a book.
I scroll on my phone. You're doing fantastic. Now, before we go to bed, there are a few important things we do. Take a moment and say it in English.
That's right. We might take a shower, brush our teeth, and get ready for bed.
So we say, I take a shower, I brush my teeth, and I go to bed.
Let's practice. Repeat. I take a shower.
I brush my teeth.
I go to bed.
Excellent. Did you know Americans often say take a shower, while in British English it's common to say have a shower? Now, let me tell you about my evening routine. Just listen and enjoy. In the evening, I come home around 6 p.m. I take off my shoes and sit on the sofa for a few minutes. Then I go to the kitchen and make dinner. I usually cook something simple like pasta with vegetables. After dinner, I wash the dishes and tidy up the kitchen. Then I relax. Sometimes I watch a short video or listen to music. Before bed, I take a warm shower and brush my teeth. I read a few pages of a book, and then I go to bed around 10:30 p.m.
That sounds so peaceful, Emily. And did everyone hear those evening phrases? Come home, make dinner, wash the dishes, take a shower, listen to music, brush my teeth, go to bed. These are the phrases that complete your day.
Exactly. And now let's review all the evening phrases. Repeat after me. I come home. I make dinner. I wash the dishes. I take a shower. I listen to music. I brush my teeth. I go to bed.
Perfect. You've just learned how to describe your entire day in English, from morning to evening.
And the best part? You can use these phrases to talk about your own routine. Just practice a little bit every day.
Remember, learning English is not about being perfect. It's about practicing, trying, and improving step by step.
Exactly. Even if you only practice for 5 minutes a day, you're making progress.
So before we finish, let me remind you, you are doing something amazing. You're learning a new language, and that takes courage.
We're so proud of you for being here, for listening, for practicing. You're not just learning English, you're building confidence.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to Speakify, the English podcast. We have many more episodes to help you improve your English in a fun and easy way.
That's right. And leave a comment below telling us, what's your favorite part of your daily routine?
We'd love to hear from you.
All right, that's all for today's episode of Speakify, the English podcast. Thank you so much for joining us, where English becomes easy, one phrase at a time.
Keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep believing in yourself.